Good morning, children. So today again we continue with reproduction. We had just discussed about fertilization and the different types of fertilization. Today we'll be continuing with the human reproductive system. So now in case of the human beings, they reproduce by sexual method. There is no asexual method in human beings. The development of the zygote happens inside the body of the female. That means we have internal fertilization. Both the sexes have reproductive systems which mature at the time of puberty. So that means there are two different reproductive systems, male reproductive systems in the males and the female reproductive system in the females. That means sexes are separate. Okay. Then the stage of life when the body becomes sexually mature or capable of reproduction is called puberty. Okay. So that definition you need to know. And this puberty occurs at the age of around 11 to 15 in boys, whereas 10 to 15 for girls. Okay, so that's the age group. So now we first begin with the female reproductive system. So now this structure shows you the basic features of the female reproductive system. In the center, you can see this triangular shaped structure, which is the uterus. Okay, and the uterus leads into two tube-like structures called as the fallopian tube. Then we have this fallopian tube is attached to the ovary. You can also see that ovary is connected towards the uterus also, so that it is maintained in position. Then the inside the uterus, the wall of the uterus or the lining of the uterus, termed as the endometrium, we'll discuss as we discuss the functioning. You will understand. The Towards the lower side you can see that the uterus narrows itself, okay, and opens in the vagina. So this narrow structure is the cervix, and then it opens into the vagina, which is the copulatory organ for the female reproductive system. Okay, we'll just again see each feature properly. So now let's again review what all we discussed with the diagram. Consists of a pair of ovaries, oviduct. Oviduct is the fallopian tube there. Uterus, cervix, and vagina. Ovaries now. What's the function of ovary? Helps in the production of ova and secretes hormones like estrogen and progesterone, which regulates and maintains the female reproductive cycle. Fertilization takes place inside the fallopian tube. That's the tube that leads from the ovary towards the uterus. So that's in the fallopian tube we have the fertilization happening. After fertilization, the embryo develops inside the uterus. Okay, and then cervix forms the opening of the uterus. Vagina, as I told you, is the copulatory organ as well as the birth canal, or okay, through which the baby is born. Copulation again is the act in which the male gametes is discharged into the female reproductive tract. Okay? And the copulatory organ for the females is the vagina.